Okay, so this is the whole concept behind this activity, this theorem. Okay, remember the exterior angle theorem said angle 1, this outside angle 1. How do we find angle 1? We add what to angles? Right. So the exterior angle theorem says that angle A plus angle B is equal to angle 1. But this is the exterior angle inequality theorem, which means we're using inequalities. Inequalities are less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. Okay. Do you have a what? Shade and stuff. No. And we actually don't even use equal to. It's just less than. Okay. But that's what an inequality is. That's why it's it's named that. Okay, so what this whole theorem says is that if A and B add to make 1, then 1 is greater, angle 1 is greater than angle A, and angle 1 is greater than angle B. Because they have to add to make angle 1. So 1 is greater than either of these individually. And backwards, work backwards, kind of. Angle A is less than angle 1 because, 1 is both of these. So obviously A is less than that, right? And likewise, what else is less than 1? B. That's the first part. And this is kind of confusing because there's more angles that you will want to say are less than or greater than. But I just want you to use the angles that are based off this theorem. I'll explain some more. So let's just look at 1 through 4 because those are the only ones that use this triangle. What is less than angle 4? Well, look at angle 4. Here's 4. What two angles add to make 4? So those two have to be less than 4. Because 1 plus 2 equals 4. Well, based on the exterior angle inequality, 1 and 2 are less than 4. What's greater than 7? And? Okay, well, let's close this real quick. Ignore that. Angle 5. What two angles add to be 5? 7 and 8, yeah. What two angles add to be 9? 7 and 6. So, hold on, what was the question? Greater than 7. What is greater than 7? Well, isn't 7 used in 2 of these exterior angles? 5 and 9. Because 7 plus 6 is 9, and 8 plus 7 is 5. So because both of these are used to find 7, 5 and 9 have to be greater than 7. It takes practice. Well, what's greater than 2? Okay, let's look one triangle at a time. 1 and 2 make 4, right? 1 plus 2 make 4. So what's greater than 2? 4. Can I use 2 to find any other outside angle?
No.
Okay.
Well, didn't you say that angle 5 is vertical and angle 3?
We didn't. Okay, no, you can't say that because we didn't use 3. But so first period we started doing that. Like they were like, well, if 4 is greater than 2, then so is 6 because it's vertical. And it was like a weed growing. You know what I mean? Like then they were like, well, this angle and this angle and this angle, and it totally got out of hand. One person by the end of it, they had 7 angles. And that's not the point. The point is not to tell me every single angle. The point is just to use this to tell me what angles. Okay, so if you can't use this theorem, I don't want to see it. Yes?
Could you say that 9 is greater than 2? Because if you look at instead of the 2 separate triangles, you look at the entire triangle.
That's what I was getting to. So yes, if you look at 4, 1 and 2 make 4. But look at the big picture. Ignore this ray. What makes 9? 1 and 2 and 7. 1 and 2 and 7. So what else is greater than 2 for sure is 9. Okay, work backwards. What is less than 9? Well, what two angles? Look at the big picture first. Ignore this. So ignore this ray. Look at big picture. What angles add to make 9? 1 and 2 and 7. So what's less than 9? 1 and 2 and 7. Hold on. You're just getting ahead of me. 1 and 2 and 7. That was big picture. That was big triangle. Now, look, small triangle. What two angles add to make 9? 6 and 7. Well, didn't we already use 7? But we can write down 6. Does that kind of make sense a little bit? Okay, can you try with the people around you, 5 through 10? So you're using this triangle now, 1 through 10. No, not necessarily. Always be one that's what?
I'm not talking about
Most of the time, it just varies. I know it says measures, but I just put that on every one. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't meaning that to be a hint. Christian, you done? All right, what's greater than 2? Well, 2, where all can 2 be used to find outside angles?
angle 4.
Just angle 4, right? Because 5 would be this and this. Or, 5 would just be this and this. 9 would be this and this, or these and that. Okay, so measures greater than angle 2. Well, angle 2 is only used to find an outside angle at 4. So I would just say 4. Did anybody put anything different? Okay, less than 4. Well, what makes 4? 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 have to be less than 4. What's less than 5? Well, where all can we use to add to make 5? 7 and 8. I can't use, okay, that's the only one. Yep. Here's why. I can't use, this isn't an exterior angle of this small triangle, right? This exterior angle is only with this one. And 4 is only an exterior angle of this triangle. Okay, what's less than 9? Well, there's two triangles we can look at that make 9. First of all, let's just look at this triangle. Well, what two angles add to make 9? 6 and 7. Well, now look at the big triangle. So ignore this ray. What angles can we add to make 9? 1 and 3 and 6. But I already put 6, so I only add 1 and 3. Okay, what's greater than 8? Well, here's 8. I can't use 8 to find 9. I mean, technically I could by linear pair, but not using this theorem. So where can I use 8 to find an outside angle? Just on 5. Just on 5. And then what's greater than 7? Well, can I use 7 to find 5? Can I use 7 to find 9? So I would put both of those. Okay? Alright, that's the first section of these notes. There's one more part, and it's a little bit easier to understand than this. So, here's the fancy definitions for it, right here. Fancy theorems stuff. Here is it in normal people terms. You like normal people terms? Okay, me too. Draw a triangle. Bless you. Do you fill in the angle measures? Okay. Oh, let's name it. Let's name it. No, let's make a word.
CUT.
I was thinking THS too, because it's on the back of Jalen's shirt. THS. Okay. What angle's the smallest? H. So, the side that is across from H, I don't know any of the sides, right? I don't know any sides, but I do know the angles. And H is the smallest angle. So, the side that's across from H is also the smallest side. So, smallest angle is across from smallest side. What's the middle angle? 50. So, the side across from 50 is the middle side. Not middle as in the middle, but the middle measure. So it's not going to be the smallest, it's not going to be the largest. It's the middle. Well, what's the largest angle? T, which is the, So if this is the largest angle, then across from the largest angle is the largest side, which is also known as the hypotenuse.
But it works the other way.
It does. If this is the largest side, then that's the largest angle. Exactly. That's it. Okay, you've learned 5-3. Let's practice. Okay, so here's 11. This is probably a bad example to start on because it's not hard, it's just not the easiest. So, you know, 2 sides, 1 angle, and your directions say to do what? Yep, smallest to largest, both sides and angles. If you put largest to small, am I going to count you wrong? Yes. Unless it says largest to small, okay? So, small to large. Well, okay, here's the thing. I know 3.4, I know 2.3, I know 90-degree angle. Well, if this is 90, what do the other 2 angles have to equal to be? 90. Right? Well, if this and this have to add to be 90, are either of these the largest angle? No, because your 90 is. So all of a sudden, automatically, if this is 90, then the one across from it has to be the largest side. Okay, well, if that's the largest side, then we can use these 2 to determine middle. What's the next smallest number? 3.4. So what angle is middle? Y. And then 2.3 is the smallest, so angle W is the smallest. So now, let's write your angles and sides in order from smallest to largest. Okay, well we said 2.3 was the smallest side, so what's the smallest angle? W. What's next? Angle-wise. What's next? Okay, so that's our angles. We're done with angles. Now sides. Well, we already said our hypotenuse across from 90 is the largest. Careful, almost went backwards. So if that's the largest, and then 3.4 was medium, so WZ. And then what's smallest? YZ. Okay? Well, does it work backwards? Yes, it does. On 12, what's the smallest side? 4, RT. So if that's the smallest side, then it's across from the smallest angle, which is S. What's next? What's the second highest? 5. So side RS is medium side. Well, it's across from what angle? So angle T. And then what's left? Angle R, because it's across from the largest side, which is TS. Okay, so yesterday, I think the printer was mad at me because it knew I was going to make y'all throw away 10 pages. It had deja vu. So you can't really, some of these are kind of bad. So this is H, this is I, this is K. Can you read these numbers?
Yeah.
57, 62, 61. Okay. I'm not skipping these, but let's just go. So this is M, P, L, 52, 79, 49. This is A, B, C, 51 and 71. Well, you don't know the third angle, but could you find it? Yes. So then this one is D, C, E, 46 and 90. And then for 17 and 18, this says Gilberto, which is right here. So the names are up here. This is Gilberto, and this angle beside him is 48. Hannah's side, or angle, is 62. And then this is Ben, and he doesn't have an angle. And then this right here doesn't have any angles. It's literally just a ramp. And you have to use what you know to answer the question. Okay, so I'm going to let you come back to this in just a second. Let's go ahead and skip to 19. These are the last two in 5-3. So our goal is to write these in order from smallest to largest. But I don't know anything. I know 90, but I don't know the other two. What do I do? Help me. Set them equal to what?
Well, we can add all of them together and equal 180.
Yeah, I can. Didn't we use that in the last chapter? Yes. Here's the thing. It works smarter, not harder. If this is 90, what do these two angles have to be equal to?
90.
So I'm just going to say 2x plus 1 plus 2x plus 9 equals 90. Well, that's actually 4x plus 10, but I wanted you to see where I was getting that from. Equals 90. 4x equals 80, and x equals 20. Well, I'm not done. I just found x. So 2 times 20 is 40, plus 1 is 41. 2 times 20 is 40, plus 9 is 49. So now you're still not done. Write them in order from smallest to largest, angles and sides. Okay? Same thing for 20, except for neither of these are 90 that I know of. So you just have to add these all up and set them equal to 180. So I would go ahead and do 2 plus 1, which is 4. 3 plus 6, which is 9, minus 1 is 8. Okay? All right. So what you need to do from here, for homework, whatever you need to do, finish all of these notes. So 13 through 18, 19, 20. And then on page 14, it looks long, but it's not. Okay? Just do 1 through 4, And then down here, you're listing the angles and sides from smallest to largest. Okay? So by the time we're done today or tonight, whenever you finish this, you should have 11 through 14 completed. Yes? Everybody good? Okay, I need to play some jams because I feel like I'm about to fall